So, hello friends. Today we are starting sixth chapter, triangles. So already you have studied about triangle in your earlier classes. We know that triangle has how many sides? Three sides. And how many angles? Three angles. Means total how many parts are there? Six parts, isn't it? Now, you have studied about different types of triangles also, and some tests to show that triangles are congruent to each other. Which are these tests? One is SSS, another one is SAS, third is ASA, AAS, and the last one is RHS, which can be applicable only in case of right angle triangle. Now here we are studying about similarity of two triangles. So before discussing similarity of two triangles, let us see when the figures are said to be similar. So two figures are said to be similar if their shapes are same. So let us consider one circle here. Let this will be one circle of radius 1 centimeter, and let us suppose that this will be another circle of radius 2 centimeter. If you will observe here, their shapes are what? Same. Shapes are same but sizes are different. If these two conditions are satisfying, at that time we can say that figures are what? Similar. Means their size, they have same shapes but sizes are different. So consider another example. Let us suppose that this will be say one square of side say 2 centimeter, and let us suppose that another square is there of side say 4 centimeter. So in this case also we can say that shapes are same but sizes are what? Different. So this is second example of similar figure. So infinite examples can be given. So consider the original Taj Mahal and model of the Taj Mahal. Their sizes are what? Their sizes are different but shapes are what? Same. So we can say that such figures are called as similar figure. Now let us see when the polygons are said to be similar. Polygons, you have studied about polygons in your earlier classes. Triangle is also a polygon having how many sides? Three sides. Quadrilateral is polygon having four sides. Pentagon, hexagon, all these are nothing but examples of what? Polygons. Now, if two polygons satisfy certain condition, at that time we can say that two polygons are similar. So what is first condition? First condition is their corresponding angles are equal. So let us consider here one rectangle. Since it is a rectangle, means its each angle is of what? 90 degree. So we have considered here rectangle say A, B, C, D. So each angle is of 90 degree. Let us suppose that its length is equals to say 3 centimeter and breadth is equals to 2 centimeter. Consider another rectangle. So let this will be say another rectangle P, Q, R, S. Since it is a rectangle, means we can say that each angle is of what? 90 degree. Here I am supposing that breadth is equal to say 4 and length is equal to say 6. Okay, we have considered one simple example. So we have taken here two rectangles. Rectangles also what? Polygon here. So now first condition. What is first condition? We have to check whether corresponding angles are equal or not. Here we can observe that angle A is equal to angle P, each of 90 degree. In the same way, B is equal to Q, C is equal to R, and D is equal to S. Means our first condition is satisfied. That corresponding angles are what? Equal. And second important condition, their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. If ratios are equal, at that time we can say that values are in what? Proportion. So what is the ratio of AB and its corresponding side PQ? Means 3 upon 6. 3 upon 6 means we can say that its value is equal to 1 by 2. So this ratio will be equals to 1 by 2. What is the ratio of this side? DC and SR. Here also 3 upon 6 means we will get 1 by 2. Again, if we take the ratio of this corresponding side, means BC upon QR, it's 2 upon 4. 2 upon 4 means what? 1 by 2. So we can observe that ratio of corresponding side. Ratio of corresponding side is what? Equal. All the ratios of each corresponding side is 1 by 2. That's why we can say that ratios are same. Ratio of corresponding sides are same, means we can say that sides are in proportion. If these two conditions are satisfied, at that time we can say that two polygons are what? Similar. Some results I have given here. So now all congruent figures are similar, but similar figure cannot be congruent. So in this case, already here two figures are there which are similar to each other, but we cannot say that they are congruent. Why we cannot say that they are congruent? When two figures are said to be congruent, if they exactly coincides each other, exactly overlap होने चाहिए. But in this case, their sizes are different, so we cannot say that they are congruent. When we can say that they are congruent, let us take an example of congruent figures. Let us suppose that one triangle is there, triangle A, B, C. Let this angle is of 70 degree, let this angle is of 60 degree, and this angle is of 50 degree. Let the length is 7, 5 and 6. Consider another triangle here, say triangle PQR. Here also I am supposing that this angle will be equals to 70 degree, 60 degree, and this angle will be equals to 50 degree. Denote the sides also by 5, 6, 7. If you observe both this figure, in both the triangles all the angles are equal and corresponding sides are also what, equal, means total 6 parts are equal. That's why we can say that this is an example of what, congruent triangle. Check whether the congruent triangle satisfies these two conditions or not. What is first condition? That corresponding angles are equal. Here we can observe that corresponding angles are what, equal. Angle A is equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. And now we are taking ratio of corresponding side. So what is the ratio of AB and PQ? 5 upon 5 is 1. This 6 upon 6 is also 1. 7 upon 7 is also what, 1. Means second condition is also satisfying, that corresponding sides have same ratio. Means in the congruent figures satisfies both the condition. That's why we can say that congruent figures or congruent polygons are similar, but similar polygon cannot be what, congruent. So hope the idea about first important result is clear. Our second result says that one similar, if first figure is similar to the second and second figure is similar to the third, then first figure is also similar to what, third. Using all these results, now we are solving examples from exercise 6.1. So well, now we are solving examples from exercise 6.1. All the example from this exercise is just nothing but a practice of definition of similarity. So let us try to solve the example number first. In question number first, we have to fill up the blanks. Two choices are given to us. We have to choose the correct option. So all circles are either congruent or similar. Definitely all circles cannot be congruent. Maybe possible their radius are different. But we know that if radius are different, at that time their shapes are what? Shapes are same, but sizes may varies. So that's why we can say that all the circles are what? Similar. We cannot say that all the circles are congruent, because if radius are equal, at that time only we can say that circles are congruent. In the same way, all squares are congruent. It is not possible. So here we can say that all the squares have same shapes, but sizes may varies. That's why all square satisfies which condition? Condition of similarity. Now all triangles are similar. Now two options are given to us, isosceles and equilateral. In case of isosceles triangle, we know that two sides are equal, and if two sides are equal, angle opposite to them are also what? Equal. So here we cannot say that isosceles triangles, every times isosceles triangles are similar, because in case of isosceles triangle, let us suppose that this vertical two sides are equal, but may be possible that vertical angle is, suppose that here 50, here may be possible that vertical angles are what, two sides are definitely equal, but vertical angles are always we cannot say that always equal. But in case of equilateral triangle, can I say that for every equilateral triangle, whatever the length of sides, equilateral triangles have what? Equal angles. For every equilateral triangle, each angle is of what? 60 degree. Means our first condition is satisfying that angles are equal. And can I say that sides are in proportion? Suppose that one equilateral triangle is there offside 3 centimeter, another equilateral triangle is there, say offside 5 centimeter. Then ratio of corresponding side is what? 3:5, 3:5, 3:5. Means here sides are in proportion. That's why equilateral triangle satisfies condition of similarity. Now two polygons of same number of sides are similar if, now two polygons are given to us. Already we have discussed that two polygons are similar if what? Angles are equal and corresponding sides are in proportion. So here angles, what their corresponding angles are what? Equal. So here we have to write equal, and here what result we will get? Are in proportion. According to what? Definition. Definition of similarity says that angle should be equal and sides should be in proportion. Now, in question number 2, we have to give some examples, give 2 examples of similar figure. Infinite examples can be given. So, okay, well, now we are considering here, already we know that all circles are what? Similar. All squares are also what? Similar. So, these are nothing but an example of what? Similar figure. Non-similar figure, consider a scalene triangle and a equilateral triangle. Definitely both are what? Non-similar. Consider a trapezium and a square. This trapezium and square does not satisfy the condition of what? Similarity. That's why we can say that these are the example of non-similar figure. Okay. Now, in question number 3, 2 figures are given to us and we have to state whether they are similar or not. If you observe this, both the figure here, ratio of corresponding side is 1.5 upon 3 is 1 by 2. Here also this ratio is 1 by 2. Means ratio of corresponding sides are what? Equal. So means we can say that sides are in proportion. But if you observe the angles, angles are different. And since angles are different, we cannot say that these 2 figures are what? Similar. So in just by observation, we can say that these 2 figures are what? Not similar figures. Now this first exercise is just nothing but a basic exercise. Now here in the second video we are going to prove 2 very important theorem. First theorem is basic proportionality theorem and second theorem is converse of basic proportionality theorem. In geometry, theorems are nothing but formulas for us to solve the examples. So now try to understand, and these theorems may be possible that asked in the examination also, to state and prove basic proportionality theorem or state and prove converse of basic proportionality theorem. So in the next video we will discuss the proof of these 2 theorems, and after every exercise from next exercise onward I will give some examples also as a practice for you other than the textbook. So well, today we will stop here.